This is a map of America. There are 50 states, and this summer I'm going to attempt my dream of going to all 50 in just 50 days.
Ryan Trahan is attempting to go to 50 states in 50 days, and the challenge has taken over YouTube. But this isn't the first time his series has gone viral. 3 years ago, he did a challenge where for 30 days he would attempt making money in any way possible to cross America. Ryan's ability to go viral again and again has proven that he's a YouTube genius. But there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than you might think. This challenge has been a well-crafted plan that he's been brewing for years. Today I'll be breaking down the genius strategy behind it and highlighting the things you might have missed on your own. I've made sure to make them increasingly more interesting. Let's start with the idea. If you've been a follower of Ryan Trahan's channel, you'll know that he had previously made multiple videos on Airbnbs and they had gone extremely viral. He knew that this was a great format and he was able to capitalize on that by implementing cool Airbnbs into every single episode of the series. It's a video concept that will naturally seem fresh and make us, the viewers, curious about the next Airbnb that he'll be staying at. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars because it's a unique idea that's interesting to a broad audience. Title and thumbnail. Did you know that he renamed the series? Instead of titling the videos, I tried the top 50 Airbnbs in America. It's now I visited 50 states in 50 days. The thumbnails are clear and involve his face, which makes sense because he's the face of the channel, and they also include the state name, which just complements the title. Now, why did he make the change? Including the state name increases click rate from the people who live or have lived in the state that he's covering, or people who just wanna visit the state. If they're new viewers, they'll most likely circle back to the rest of the videos. 5 out of 5 stars. Next up, the intro. Now, if you haven't done YouTube yourself, you probably still know that the intro is one of the most important parts of the video. Now, his intros are really simple. The first thing Ryan does is explain the challenge in one sentence.
It is day 20 of visiting all 50 states in 50 days.
This is good because if you're a new viewer, you're instantly caught up with what's going on. If there's anything else you'll need to know, he'll explain it later in the video. Every video starts with a short recap of what happened the previous day. This is done in a way that doesn't really entice you to click off the video, but it serves as a great reminder to watch the previous video and then tune back in if you've missed anything. Then he usually says where they are headed, and that usually concludes the intro. The intro is simple and that's what makes it good. No useless information, no yapping, straight to the point so the viewer knows what to expect. I'm giving the intro 4 out of 5 stars, and here's why. In my opinion, there is still room to pitch something dramatic or exciting that will happen in the video. This would give viewers another reason to stick until the end and increase watch time. Now, let's briefly cover the storytelling. Ryan's storytelling is top tier. Otherwise, there wouldn't be millions of people tuning in for every video. He covers everything that happens during the day extremely well. He knows where to place voiceovers and makes the viewers feel emotions through the screen. When I watch the series, I feel like I'm experiencing the road trips and Airbnbs with them. And if you watch the videos, you might have felt the same way. It's because he's taking you through everything that happens during the day from the moment he wakes up until he goes to sleep. Without a doubt, 5 stars. Video structure. Ryan's video structure is great. It flows naturally and never gets confusing. One thing I'd like to highlight is that he's been able to seamlessly add segments promoting his candy. It doesn't even feel like an ad when I'm watching those segments, and that's rare.
Now I'm going into 7-Eleven for a Joyride run. I've successfully found Joyride in all but 2 states so far, so Maryland, I'm counting on you.
Now, if you've liked the video so far, make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a future upload. Also, the cool ranking system where he ranks the Airbnbs in every video might motivate new viewers to head to other videos. Additionally, adding things like the Wheel of Doom make the plot even better and increases viewer attention. But I'll comment on retention later because there's also something that's affecting it negatively. 5 stars. Ryan's on-camera personality. He's awkwardly funny, but in a good way.
I can show you a thing or two, Haley. Delete that. Delete that.
Put in the part where he says, get a clean shot so you can see what I got.
Delete that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's happening.
After watching a few videos, you're fully caught up with his and Haley's humor, and it only gets better at that point. He's also doing a really good job with being close and personal with his viewers, which helps form a closer bond, and people are more inclined to watch his future videos.
Good morning, sleepyheads.
After a while, you start learning more about him and Haley.
Whenever Haley and I just had a big meal and then we stretch after, we rub each other's belly and say, full belly, full belly. There's a little bit of lore for you. A little bit of peek behind the curtain.
I feel exposed that you just said that.
Eventually, you feel like you're a part of their jokes and habits. Another thing is that he's often very relatable, which makes him more likable.
I eat way too much freaking ice cream. I have a tummy ache at best. Not sure where the night will take me from here.
If you haven't seen any of Ryan's videos, here's a comment that someone left under his video that proves my point. 5 stars. Editing and audience retention. The editing is truly top tier and there's a lot to cover. But first, the videos aren't maximized for attention, and honestly, they don't have to be. Here's what I mean. There has to be at least some drop off when donations are being read. That being said, removing that section would lower the amount of donations coming in, and that would defeat the purpose of the series. So in my opinion, it's a trade-off for the greater good. And also, the donations segment makes people feel good when they watch it. So although there has to be some drop off, it's probably not as bad. Now, the editing fits extremely well with his content and sense of humor. There's more. Ryan loves doing pattern interrupts. They break the predictable flow and recapture your attention. Here are a few examples, and try to catch what happens in your head whenever they occur.
Even though I think we've gotten pretty good at doing the long drives, 7 hours is still no small feat, especially when you factor in the possibility of someone activating
There's so much more to cover, but I'll show you just one more tiny detail.
Just to reiterate, we have stayed in so many cool Airbnbs already. It is only day 20, and it's already so hard to make these choices.
Notice how he displays a few more states? Imagine being from that state. You would definitely go and watch that video. But here's what would have been even crazier. Imagine if they had gone through all of the states he has already been at, ranked them by population, and then showcased those states in that segment instead. It might have been a tiny bit better, but still, my final ranking is 4.8 stars. Now let's take a little dive into psychology, and then I'll cover his genius business approach. What makes daily uploading a series really smart is the ability to form your viewers' habits. Me and my girlfriend are religiously watching the videos, and I'm sure that after the series ends, we'll be watching all of the videos that Ryan is gonna upload throughout the years. While on the trip, Ryan even met a viewer that said that watching the videos is now his routine.
Really cool to see what you're all doing. I'm loving it. Very entertaining. It's like a part of my routine now.
Let's cover the business side now. Now, I couldn't really find how much he makes from Joyride, but it has to be in the millions. Selling candy doesn't have the best profit margin, but you have to realize that he's at such a high level where he needs to sell something that can run without him being involved too much. 5 out of 5 stars. Now, I want to go over calls to action, so the fundraiser call to action is smart.
Keep spreading the word, keep tagging brands. I love to see the support from brands, it's amazing.
Tagging brands and calling them out is a great move because they're more likely to donate large sums of money for the fundraiser. Now, onto the Joyride and subscribe call to action.
Wow, driving montage. What a good time to subscribe and donate a penny to St. Jude. Or perhaps even follow me on Instagram to donate another penny, and follow Joyride to donate another.
This is a good way to support the cause on his own, while also increasing his subscriber and follower count. Now, the only reason I'm gonna take a half point off this section is because he doesn't promote his candy in every video. He has already come up with a natural way to implement the ad section, so why not do it every video? Personally, I don't think that this segment would get annoying as long as he doesn't spend too much time on it. 4.5 stars. Ryan has found a way to build anticipation, daily habits, an emotional connection, and a business, all while entertaining millions of people. The videos also serve as a marketing campaign and a masterclass in storytelling all in one. And of course, we can't forget that he's supporting a great cause, raising millions of dollars supporting children. If that's not genius, then I don't know what is.